Yo, what up? Good morning, GM. Monday, June. Woo! Wow, that month of May, damn, it went away. June 2nd, 2025, look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day, another beautiful week to have a beautiful week, another beautiful month to have a beautiful month. I got my co-host now, Tyler. Good morning. How you doing today?
I'm good. It is a nice sunny Monday to start the week. Just like you, I moved over this past weekend. Nice. So we spent some time getting all settled in.
I love that.
And now ready to get back to business here. It looks like we're going to wait a little bit longer for new all-time highs.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. This last couple of days, well, this last week sucks. This Farokh dip really blows. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not the only one, but there's even Pepe got slammed. Like, yeah, my bags are down, but my bags will be back. And I hope your bags do too. People say I love your cap. Yeah, you got the whole background sorted. No, I went from having an insane background to like kind of nothing going on. Now you got the crazy background. I love that. What do you got back there? Chess pieces. Where's the penguin? No penguin?
There's one directly behind me. I still have some work to do. So my main desk comes tomorrow. So then we'll have the final pieces. So
did you settle on the chair? I saw your tweet.
Yeah, I bought the steel case Gesture, I believe is
that's it.
The brand that Sims recommended. There were so many good recommendations out there. I was like, I could spend 5 hours researching or just take Sims's tip.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing because whatever chair I'm sitting on right now, there's no support. Like, there's nothing in my back. It's like it ends mid-back. So I'm going to copy trade you on that steel case thing. It's funny. Last year, I asked, like, what chair should I buy? And it got, like, 300,000 views and went viral. And I was like, okay, chair Twitter is very serious.
Oh, yeah.
How many chairs do you sit on? Clearly many chairs over here on Twitter. Anyways, today on the show, we'll go through the market. We'll go, Mando, I'm sure he's going to come or not. I don't know, but, I'll text him, remind him that we're live. We'll go through the market report and we'll go through Tyler's top 100. We'll go through Yeet giveaway, of course, and as usual. And then this show is powered by Wallet Connect, baby. Wallet Connect is the connectivity network shaping the future of on-chain UX. If you've connected to Web3 app, you've seen Wallet Connect. That blue logo, it's everywhere. An icon of trust in crypto is recognizable as Visa at checkout. Want to learn more? Follow Wallet Connect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next. Tyler, it looks like today you are the chosen one to tell me what's next.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler T on FOMO Hour calls the kids can't miss.
Yeah, folks, crypto majors a bit mixed, a bit down here overnight. I think the big story macro from the weekend is U.S.-China trade talks have slowed, and it looks like there are some issues there, along with some escalations in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. So market's not liking that. Stock futures are down. It looks like Bitcoin down here 103.8. ETH at 2,500 actually outperforming a bit. In headlines here, so BlackRock's IBIT ETF, they hit record inflows in the month of May, 6.2 billion, their biggest month ever. This morning we saw Michael Saylor. He bought just $75 million last week.
That's it.
6.5. So Big Mike is running a little bit lighter on funds, it seems, at this point in time. We had Cantor Fitzgerald launch a Bitcoin gold fund, offering Bitcoin exposure along with downside protection based on gold prices. Stablecoin usage apparently is shifting to B2B, business to business, with those business to business stablecoin transactions reaching 36 billion and surpassing person to person transfers. So I thought that was notable. Congress introduced the Clarity Act, a new bipartisan bill aiming to shift crypto under CFTC oversight, reducing the SEC's authority. I think we saw that coming. SharpLink, big news at the end of last week. They're upping that raise from 425 million to $1 billion.
Damn.
For that corporate treasury. So that's a big.
Sheesh.
We had Rekt shares file for an ETH and Sol staking ETF, and it looks like that's
Rekt shares.
Rekt shares, similar to Rekt shares. Maybe Rekt shares next. I understand that this is going to go through a different approval process and actually might have a real shot at approval in the next few weeks. So that would be a big
Whoa.
for those staking ETFs. We had FTX officially begin their second wave of distributions on Friday. And then CZ, he came out in the last day and said now would be a good time to launch Dark Pool Dexus.
Ooh.
After James Nguyen was publicly hunted, and apparently back and asking for donations this morning. We'll talk about that in a bit. In token airdrop protocol news, Rekt Brands announced details for its Shipwrecked launch. Those drinks are going to be minting as NFTs on Abstract via OpenSea. So that was a big announcement. That's coming tomorrow.
Nice.
Camino opened up its airdrop claim for season 3. Aptos announced a new 100K InfoFi rewards campaign for its top 150 yappers. Then this Loud token was one of the big stories of the weekend. They had 70% mind share on Friday. Token launched on Saturday. A little bit of a roller coaster. It's holding around. It was shopping between 10 and 15 million yesterday. Now down to like 6. So it is selling off actively this morning. Rounding this out, AI market cap around 9.8 billion. It's down about 15% or so.
Could we focus on what was Loud in the end?
It is right now just a meme coin.
Hi, Mando.
Yep.
So I thought it was meant to be some sort of like protocol for something.
I think that was part of the potential bull case was would they use this to launch like an actual project, perhaps like a launch pad for these initial attention offerings. Right. I think that's some hopium right now, but the reality of what we have is it's just a meme coin with a 4% buy and sell tax.
Ooh. Okay. Fair enough. I genuinely wasn't just asking that. I just genuinely thought that there was like going to be some sort of like
who knows? It's the Twitter L2.
Right. It's Twitter L2. Cool.
Yeah. And we can get into it more here in a bit. I think it was definitely one of the big stories of the weekend. Just rounding this out, we had Moonbirds acquired. They jumped to 0.8 ETH, top NFT mover. This X copy edition of 10 Mortal sold for 1.1 million over on Gandhi. That was a huge sale for an edition of 10. And then DK Motion, a little fumble. He ran these day and night auctions, sold for 34 ETH, but he locked the ETH in a smart contract.
Fuck.
And will not be able to access it. So that ETH is now gone.
That's quite low as well, I thought, right?
I thought that was my first reaction before saying, "Oh fuck, he lost the money." That was my first reaction because back then
was I wrong? I thought these equivalent ones sold for over $1 million, right?
$1 million, $500,000, 200K, 300K. I mean, sold at every price point. Yeah, he's big. Yeah, I was surprised. Maybe it's different, man. This part of edition. I don't know the deal here.
There was a one of one too, no? Or was it not?
I don't know. Do you know, Tyler? I didn't have time to
try to find the details. I just kind of saw the headline that it got locked.
Yeah, I saw that as well. And I was like, fuck.
So it's a one of 4. So it's an addition of 4, basically.
Oh, it's an addition of 4. Okay.
Okay,
interesting. Sucks though that the money was. He's been through his fair share of problems, right? Like he had someone take his money or something once, and not long ago. You know this. I love DK. I met him in Korea. I think he's here, Mando, actually right now for NFT.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll see him soon. A lot of stuff to talk about, Tyler. God damn. You're like, no, it's not much. Just you got a lot going on right now. Just quickly, Mando, while we have you, because I think Monday you go to your other thing in a little bit. So while we have you though, let's talk about the market a little bit. It's shaky, a lot of headlines, whether it's on steel, whether it's Ukraine, like fucking up a bunch of Russia fighter jets, the EU now unhappy with Trump. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in the market across the board. Amanda, why don't you like round up the market for us? Like what's happening in that front here? Because our backs are down.
They're mixed, right? Since
it's weird.
Friday, maybe they are a little bit down since Friday. I guess I've been focused mainly on ETH and ETH beta stuff, which is down a little bit on some of the memes, but ETH is kind of where it was at least. You know what? I think there's the non-zero chance. I think that Bitcoin has another like retest of like 102, 103, maybe even like 100. I still think you're meant to be buying any dips. I particularly, as I keep on saying, I like ETH and ETH beta stuff. I like the market. I like the market here. I think I would be a little bit wary of buying non-majors on dips because a lot of that stuff is up a lot. So like catching a falling knife on like a Solana meme coin can be a little bit tough during these phases. But I don't think we're going materially lower, if that's what the question is. I think we're just consolidating a little bit here. And people are just like, oh, we're going to go all the way right back down. I don't see any of that. I think the market was actually positioned pretty defensively for the last month or two. And this is the dip that you can either buy or not. And I think we will. I think there's been some worry that this actual setup looks very similar to 2001 in that, like,
2001?
Sorry, 2021, where it looked like Bitcoin just hit a touch higher all-time high, and you can make it feel like, oh, we just did that until we push on from here. But I don't really believe in that, at least this time. I don't think the market was really frothy back then. It doesn't feel as frothy this time. Yeah, I'm still a fan of positioning. So I've been buying ETH beat. Like I wasn't fully invested. I was about 60% invested. I've got myself to about 80% invested. I've mainly been buying ETH on the dip.
Wow.
You're not buying my bags?
I don't know what your bags are, but I have been pretty clear.
You know my bags.
I've been buying. I wanted to buy ETH on the dip.
You know my bags.
Not even ETH memes. Like, I am a little bit wary of memes. Let's put it as a group, right? That was like a pretty aggressive move lower in a lot of those memes, and sometimes that can take a little bit more time to like to digest. And I think memes, even my ETH beta memes, even with ETH like slightly outperforming still, like they traded like Solana memes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, Pepe got smacked down this weekend, but I think
Mol got smacked, and it feels like the meme class is like one to its own, and but everything else is kind of. So if ETH outperforms, I just feel as though that maybe some pain was just caused in that move in memes. And I'd be a little bit wary of like buying dips in memes here. That's all I would say.
there's no dips to buy because I bought before the dips. So we're going to be respectfully waiting for the pump while we're chilling here. But it's okay.
That's good, man.
That's good. You can just wait. So Bitcoin, interesting, boys. Someone answered you, right, regarding 2021 comments, saying 2021 felt different. It fell off a cliff once it hit ETH. It didn't consolidate like this. And I checked, and you know what? It's consolidating at the top of that range, which is impressive. The rest got smacked down. Like, alts just got beat up again. All of them, including meme coins. But it looks like Bitcoin is kind of holding strong. Where's ETH at? So 25.40. Wow.
The market feels very different to where to what it was back then.
Yeah, it does.
To me, at least, it feels very, very different. The thing that's changed for me here, by the way, just to be clear, is I don't know if we were paying attention. I know Tyler, you were, but like there was for the first time last week, and we know we spoke about earlier in the week, a company did an ETH treasury.
Yep.
And it soared. Like this wasn't a small move.
That was a big move.
For a fact, there are other people now thinking about this as a strategy, which means that I think you could have a little bit of a season here of ETH treasury buying.
Yep.
And I think that's not been with ETH. It's been with Bitcoin, and it's actually even been with Solana a little bit, but it hasn't been the narrative for ETH at all. And I think that change could be quite big. So that's why I'm paying attention to it a lot more.
Yeah. It will. Speaking of which, hold that thought. Tomorrow, Joe Lubin's coming on the show, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't announce that yet. I'll post it later, but so I know it's part of your topics too, Tyler, but we'll shelve it till tomorrow. Because Joe Lubin, the man himself, the father, one of the fathers of Ethereum itself, and the man behind this SBET NASDAQ listing, and Joe Lubin is now the Ethereum sailor. So, Ethereum Jesus. I don't want to call him Ethereum Sailor. Ethereum Jesus.
We're not quite there yet, but
But
this is
he's
very interesting to see, like that reaction.
I feel like he's the one, Mando, that's like, how we talked about on the show, like we need someone to come and like be that person for Ethereum.
Yeah,
I feel like Joe was like, fuck it. Like, I birthed that shit. I'm going to save it.
It couldn't be Eric Trump.
No, exactly, right. I think, and so Papa Joe Lubin's coming on the show tomorrow for half an hour. We have him from 10:30 to 11 a.m. Eastern. So we'll hold that conversation, that thought, Mando, for tomorrow, and think about. You guys can think about what you want to ask him and talk to him about, because we'll have him then for a whole half hour to talk about it. Besides that, Mando, so you're looking at ETH, you're looking at that. Is there anything? I don't think is there any like? We have any macro stuff coming up? Because on the macro side, like I know the trade talks are still going on. We're getting a positive headline, negative headline, positive headline, negative headline. Same thing for China and Trump. I feel like we got battered this weekend and up until today with these headlines. They're kind of negative. Is there anything else to look at?
Yeah, there's quite a lot this week, actually. You've got PMI, which actually just came out. Looks kind of in line. You've got some jobs data on Friday. And then I think a Powell's got a couple of speeches. So enough to move the markets. The main one will be Friday's jobs report.
Okay.
I think Powell's speaking today, so there may be some headlines on the back of that.
Okay.
There was rumors going around that he was going to resign today.
Yeah.
What's the poly market line at for that, though? I don't think it's pretty low, right?
I really don't see that happening.
Yeah, they called his bluff in the prediction markets.
I don't think Powell will resign, is he? Like,
no way.
It was just
well, the market is, will he be removed, not resign?
But that market counts a resignation.
Does it?
It does, yeah. It says if Powell ceases to be the chair for any period of time in 2025. So a resignation.
You're right, ceases.
Yeah. Polymarket does this where they have weird titles.
And then it'll go down to the fucking resolution, and then some whale's gonna.
I mean, 16% actually feels high. I mean, I think there's a pretty.
It's down 7% though. Yeah. Let's see, an hour. It's 6 hours, 1 day. It's actually back up today. It peaked at 17%. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a heavy favorite to be no, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, part of this bet is that it goes another 6 months. So even if you don't think he's gonna,
that's true. It's 2025. You have a lot of time.
Resign to this. That could be a reason why it's still so far above zero. But yeah, I'm not betting on Powell.
Well, for another question, I feel like he's good at his job, and I feel like he loves his job. So, I mean, he's kind of good at his job. Like I gotta say, I kind of JP, he's kind of cooking. You know what I mean? So Mando, other question for you, because the thing that pisses me off the most is I log into Twitter and see all these bears back gloating, saying should have sold in May and went away. And then I go in and check the Bitcoin monthly chart. It's green. Should we have sold in May and gone away?
Well, until when? That's a genuine question, because sell in May, go away is for
it's the summer thing, right?
It's for 6 months.
Wow.
It's a from May until I think it's November, maybe. Yeah.
I think it's is it November?
Those 6 months are the worst traditionally. Versus
it's not till Labor Day.
Yeah, so like this was the highest monthly close of Bitcoin ever. I do think we could consolidate here for a little bit, as I've said before, and I think that would be very normal. And if your bags are getting absolutely destroyed on a 1% move lower in Bitcoin, prepare for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right? I think just the way it's set up, I think we could have a little bit of consolidation here. I think ETH will outperform. So those are my bets.
Okay. Well, I hope you're right, because my Pepe and my Mog that way go up. So that I don't mind it. My Rekt as well.
I'm largely Bitcoin and ETH right now. Let me put it that way.
That's not a bad bet.
Crypto conservative, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Not out the risk curve.
and then have some ETH beta trades, obviously. But those are my two biggest bags, which may be boring for some people, but I think they'll do okay.
No, but that's that's the rich man's bag. I respect it. It's smart.
I think
It's
ETH
smart.
double. It's not necessarily a rich man's
No.
bet. I actually don't know what doubles with it though. That's the thing. I really do with this sort of stuff.
No.
It's tricky. Our beloved M2 chart still says that we're going to all-time highs like in the next couple weeks.
Oh no, we gotta pull up the M2 chart again.
But
What's our name? What's our boy's name?
Being countered with Colin T Crypto guys. But then you've got all the sell men go away. Like Wiz has been very bearish on the time.
Wiz has been bearish for a long time though.
Yeah.
I love Wiz, but he's been bearish for a minute.
Yeah, he's been pretty defensively positioned on the way up too. He kind of owns certain things like Bitcoin and Farokh and
well, he got back in Farokh only smart, like on this last dip, right?
Right. No, but I think those have been his main ones. But no, Wiz has been, I think, more defensive.
Yeah, he only trades Bitcoin, Pepe, and Farokh.
Yeah.
So that's your M2 chart. Someone puts that 6 hours ago, Tyler. So I guess that's the latest one.
Yeah. I mean, it's been wildly in line.
Yeah.
It's scary how in line it is. Sometimes it's scary because it's a little too in line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, wow, someone put it on the Pepe chart. That's funny. On the meme coin is funny. There you go. Altcoin.
That's what I struggle with because I think Mando's positioning makes a ton of sense.
Yep.
In a world where Bitcoin does shoot to 120, I would think it would lead to a risk-on season, but like I don't know, it just doesn't feel that way. Like this meme market is bad. Like the vibes are bad. The vibes are just really bad.
Have we seen that? When Bitcoin has hit all-time high before, what else has hit all-time high?
Very little coins. Only Solana in market cap and price back then, the first run.
Right.
And then some memes like back then, like that last Q4, like Farcoin and Pepe and some of those guys, like the Mogs of this world, the SPX. None of the alts hit all-time high, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. You had a small tower run, like these little like certain alts, but you didn't really get a massive run to highs on any of the altcoins. Maybe Aave is having quite a season this recently. It's been the strongest alt, but that's it.
My point, like we're like conditioned to think that will happen, but
no, it won't. Not all of them.
You'll see a pump, and you can see very aggressive pumps, but like they often don't really hold for that long. And they get shaken out with the first move, right? This was a big old move. Like Pepe, one of the biggest coins in memes, was at 1.6, and it dropped 40% in the space of 2. That is an aggressive move lower in that. And that was not just that, it was a bunch of others. So like I'd just be wary. I'd just be wary of like thinking that even the majors going higher necessarily is going to be sustained meme coins as well. I think ETH beta is a really tough one to play, actually. Like I've been thinking more and more about it because a lot of the ETH beta, actually, like the ones that you want to own, actually were the stuff that didn't have betas to ETH when it was doing badly. Do you know what I mean? They're the coins that like were doing well, whatever, because like people like them. So to get like ETH beta, you kind of want to own like L2s and like ETH DeFi. Like, I think Aave is probably
well, Aave was the better bet recently, but until then, the L2s have not been a good trade, right?
But do you see what I'm seeing here? Like
pivot to Brent.
Pepe didn't really have a beta to ETH at any time.
No, I know what you mean. Rekt Drinks is in our comments, guys, saying pivot to Brent coins. Friday, you guys weren't on the show. I hosted with Ovi, and Ovi likes to label it as the lovely summer of risk.
Oh God, don't.
So Ovi and I talked about his thesis of the lovely summer of risk, and is the summer of love. Anyways, and he believes that there's going to be a raging altcoin season. Like he puts it at 80% chance that there's going to be a season. He had me pretty bulled up. I'm not gonna lie, on Friday. He's good at that shit. But
he is good at that.
We'll see. So Ovi's got that, but he also acknowledges that a lot of alts will just not go anywhere, right? It's like specific ones. Like we've seen some of the AI coins, like the virtuals ecosystem is thriving, guys. Like there's a runner in virtuals every day. And
Is
then
that though? I've been
there
looking
is like
Actually,
virtuals ecos.
to make
No?
money from that seems very difficult.
Right. But like
Uh,
you got to be locked into the ecosystem, right? Like we
gotta
have
be
one
locked in.
friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Gotta
have
be
one
locked in.
friend. That's all he trades, right?
Yeah.
I don't know either, but I'm not. But virtuals itself is done incredible. Anyways, all right. So that's good market roundup. Tyler, you were talking about your topics earlier, so we don't really need to go back to all the recap. But what else? What stuck out here?
We can talk about Loud for a minute if you want.
Yeah.
If Mando's still on,
I'll put it
I
right
think
back.
See ya.
there's a lot of angles that we can go.
Yeah, talk to me about that. Like, I wasn't around. Like, I was moving around. I was traveling during the day of the the sale. Like, run me through it. What happened this weekend with Loud?
Basically, Loud was announced. Ultra is the founder. It is
Yeah.
basically an attention experiment where he announced that the top 25 people who were talking or yapping about the Loud token are going to be able to split pro rata all of the fees from the first trading. So I think there's a 4% buy tax and a 4% sell tax on this token. 72% of that total pool is going to go to the top 25. Right now, that's about $10,000 to $20,000 for the folks on the top of the leaderboard. So that was the incentive. And then he ran a pre-sale at a 155K FTV. So pretty much a no-brainer to try to participate in that pre-sale. To qualify, you had to be a top 1,000 yapper about the Loud token. So this led to a lot of people talking about it. I was able to get into this as well. 1,000 people got into the pre-sale, and then they ran a part two for people with 10 smart followers on Kaido. Pre-sale sold out on Saturday, pretty much on the gun. It had a few technical issues. Then the token went live Sunday night or Saturday night, like midnight Eastern. Sniper set too high. It went to like 30 million, immediately back down, got sold off to like 10. It grinded up yesterday briefly. It hit like 15 to 17 million range, and then just started selling off, and it's been pretty much down only.
Yeah, is this the right chart? I got the chart from the website.
Yeah, that's the right chart. Yeah.
Damn. Yesterday, you guys, I saw a tweet at 15 million. Yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's down 50% since then.
Damn.
And I think there's a couple reasons why.
Wow, what's going on?
One, the founder hasn't really announced anything yet.
Yeah, okay.
This is the type of a project where I think there was the people who were bullish on it, and there was a lot of people who were loudly bearish, and that's totally fine. And so
that's fine. There's always someone
in the right spot, right? The bull case is that they would have some kind of an announcement twist, like you get if you're holding the Loud token, you're going to get access to this, or like here, like we're also going to give fees to token holders, like some kind of a flywheel, some kind of an incentive, right? Because it's a pretty open-ended experiment. So far, that hasn't happened. And then the Kaido founder, Yuhu, shared a blog post this morning, I think largely in defense of some of the criticism that's come out against Kaido and InfoFi, largely from this whole Loud meta. And he's kind of defending his vision and the importance of attention. And he kind of, you can interpret it as throwing a little bit of a stray at the Laudio team. He talks about how protocols can't control exactly how
it's true
their yappers get rewarded.
You pick what you reward, right?
And he says that Laudio chose spamming, basically.
Oh, he wrote this?
Yeah, look.
Laudio, like he called it out?
Yeah, for some products, they decide their focus is on creating as much awareness as possible as Laudio decided, meaning the algorithm they chose.
I mean, it's called Laudio, so I guess they went with the name.
Less focused on quality and insightfulness. So
wow. I mean, he does have to fucking defend his $2 billion token, so I get that.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think if you read this and interpreted it, it looks like he's distancing himself a little bit from this Loud token, which people had thought like that they were kind of partners to a degree.
I mean, it looks like it was powered by Kaido, dude. Like, I'm not saying they look like they were powered, but it was heavily branded as such,
Yes. And so people ran with that, right? And then the extreme bull case is now this is going to be the first in a wave of initial attention offerings. And that's right. And to get access to future initial attention offerings, you're going to have to hold the Loud token, and they're going to be partnered with Kaido, and Kaido's going to be the launch pad. And people got over their skis a little bit. I mean, maybe this is still all going to happen. I don't know, but it's a low likelihood.
Yeah, it's not great.
A formal partnership with Kaido and Loud, I think, is very low likelihood. And it was kind of always in the back of my head. It's like, why would Kaido need a partner if they wanted?
Kaido needs nothing.
They could do it on their own.
They need nothing right now.
I think that's kind of how this has been playing out, and why we're seeing some of the price action we are.
That's
Wild card is he going to come out? Is Ultra, the founder of Loud, going to come out and make a surprise announcement? So I think that's your wild card.
Yeah, we always say that, right? Like I've heard that. Nothing Ultra against Loud. I'm just saying, like we always hear that. It's like, yo, we're gonna wait for the surprise announcement. Like, yo, surely they got to make an announcement with all this hype, right? I said that a lot. More other tokens.
Oh yeah,
we'll see. I'm very indifferent about the whole thing. I also don't understand the other side of things. Like everyone's like hating on the thing. Dude, like if some people wanted to farm and make $3,000, like if $3,000 is a lot of money to you, then don't fucking farm it. But $3,000 is a lot of money to someone, you know. So there's always gonna be someone grinding for $3,000, you know.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a space where everyone like applauds people who like angle shoot farms and grind other protocol farms to earn tokens. This was, I mean, it's low effort, which I think is the criticism.
It's very low effort, but it's okay, right? Look, there's the high effort work and there's the low effort stuff. I mean, Kobe did have a good criticism of the timeline now, but it's something I've been saying for a while, and I think you guys talk about it on the show with me a lot. It's like, you know, a lot of this info fight shit is a bunch of human slop, not even AI slop, and it's made creators very uncreative, creator, non-creative, right? It's like the other way around. But then if you're a good creator, just stand out, you know, like some creators, you know, get to do cool shit like we do. And some creators will last around 2 months and they'll do their info fight, make money and sail into the sunset and just be irrelevant in 3 months and whatever. If you're so much better than them, then do better, you know? That's why I see them.
The opportunity is to stand out as clear, is to have more thoughtful content, right?
That's what I did. You know, that's what you're doing. Like your content. I mean, every time I see your following, it's fucking higher than the day before. So it's just, you know, that's it.
What I will say, I think that this did open up a bit of a conversation. Like, was this a mistake by Kaido? So Laudio had 70% mind share.
What do you mean a mistake by Kaido? In what sense would that be a mistake by Kaido?
So any protocol who ran a paid campaign via Kaido.
Oh, they did? They ran a campaign for Kaido?
Let's put that aside for a second. But like any other protocol, like Eat, for instance, or I don't know, Infinex or Polkadot, their mindshare all got crushed.
I saw that was like 70% Loud, right?
As Loud got total domination. So like if you were a new protocol who launched your campaign with Kaido last week, you're probably like, shit, this was a bad, like, why am I paying for this?
Okay, it's removed now.
Because they just partnered with a meme coin that took 70% mindshare. Like, I'm not getting the bang for my buck. And granted, it was a small blip on the radar. Most likely the Loud attention share is going to start grinding down pretty quickly. But I do wonder if there was any fallout, if he got chirped by any founders because of that.
Well, where is it gone now?
I never knew how to access it, but it's definitely going to be gone from that because they're no longer pre-TGE, they're post-TGE.
It was gone. It was here then. It was in pre-TGE arena. I see.
Oops. They had an insane 70% share, which
damn,
probably the highest we've seen in the Kaido era.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fair game, right? They were Loud, and if you ran a campaign at the same time as them, then kind of got wrecked there. I don't know.
And then there's a lot of pushback on just like general crypto Twitter. It's all just human slop. Yeah,
it is, man. Dude, with these price action and some of the stuff, it's really good just to, put your tweets out and fuck off, That's what I do. Come on, shoot to my GM, I tweet some thoughts about, a little rune chatter here and there, a little ordinals chatter here. How's our rune doing, huh? Rune June, right?
Oh, God.
Happy Rune June, Tyler. It's Rune June.
Rune June first. Shockingly off to a rocky start.
Rune June first. Rune June 2nd today. It's Rune June 2nd. It's summers are good to just take a step back, hold your coins and sail into the sunset and chill. Okay. Anything else? Of 7%. Okay, we're still alive.
7%. Let's
I gotta get an extension for this office because I only have one plug and it's for my roadcaster.
let me plug the Rekt announcement.
Rekt today, right? Or tomorrow? When is it?
Tomorrow, June 3rd. It is at 12 p.m. Eastern, so it's gonna be right after our show tomorrow. The drink cases this time are going to mint as NFTs.
I love
and they're
that.
going to be on Abstract via OpenSea. They're going to be priced at 0.029 ETH. And then if you do mint these, you're going to get OpenSea XP, Abstract XP, along with those Rekt drink points. So triple rewards. To actually get your case of Rekt drinks, you're going to have to burn the NFT, which is an interesting twist.
I like that.
The first time they're going this route. It is allow list only. They've got all the full details. I think anyone who's bought drinks before, if you hold the Rekt guy, there's a few other qualifiers as well. You'll be on the allow list. That is a 20-minute allow list, and then it's going to
sell out in 5 minutes.
So imagine it'll be a pretty quick campaign or a pretty quick sellout. And then make sure to connect your ETH wallet, Abstract wallet, to that Rekt rewards page to make sure you receive all of those rewards. After the last two sales, buyers were rewarded in Rektcoin. So we will see if that trend does continue. But big launch. I guess we still know the flavor. So
Any news?
It's going to be a surprise flavor
I don't even know the flavor.
on Shipwrecked.
What do you think? I think it's just sparkling water. I mean, what can it be? It's blue bottle. Apple was green. Lime is yellow. What's blue? Blueberry?
I don't think it's going to be blueberry, so I do think it's going to. I think it's going to be
Like just a ranch water, like a Topo Chico.
Oh wait, Tabs is we're breaking news. This is
What do you mean?
OpenSea.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's breaking?
The flavor is.
Oh, it's public. Okay, it's grapefruit and raspberry.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Tabs? It's green. It's blue. Raspberry's red. Where is it? Oh, here. Oh, yeah. By the way, USA is going to destroy Europe.
I would guess that, yes.
USA and thank you for putting Canada within USA. We appreciate that.
All right. Yeah, I missed this. Okay.
Oh, look at this. Look. Rekt is single-handedly saving the relationship between Canada and USA. Look at this. Look at his beautiful logo here. Yeah, I love to see it.
Shaking hands across borders. We love it.
Shaking hands, brother. All right. So it's okay. So it's blueberry. Where does it say? Oh, grapefruit raspberry. Interesting.
I would not. I wouldn't have guessed that with 10 guesses.
Well, yeah, because it's blue bottle. 51st date confirmed. You guys are fucking wild. That's so funny.
So that's big. We'll remind everyone tomorrow about that. And the other NFT news we got to quickly touch on it was Moonbird's acquisition. So
let's get Spencer on.
Spencer from Spencer Ventures. Now he runs Orange Cap Games, that trading card game. He has acquired the Moonbird's IP from Yuga Labs. This included Moonbird's Mythics and Oddities, as he looks to expand his Orange Cap Games universe. They are headed to the other side. So he is maintaining that relationship with the other side. Metaverse, there is an interesting twist, Ape Chain L2 exclusivity. So any future components of Moonbird's IP created by Spencer and team, if it's on an L2, it has to be on Ape Chain.
Okay.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, shout out to Spencer. He's a homie. Love Spencer. So you're getting him on Thursday, maybe, I think? You said something like that? You're trying to get him on the show this week?
We're still in talks to try to get him on.
Well, Thursday, Friday, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's get him on. That would be really cool. It's smart of, I mean, at this stage, they've sold everything off, right? They only own now other side in Ape, right? In ApeCoin. So they've sold all the other collections. Heavy Metal, Moonbirds, Punks. They still have the 440 Punks, but they sold the IP. So what they left with is Bored Ape Yacht Club IP and the Apes collection, the ApeCoin. It looks like they want to dissolve the DAO. At least Gordon.
Yeah, that's gonna be
pressed. Well, I mean, they should have. We did that, right? You know, we had a similar setup. It was the Rug DAO. And we noticed the year or something ago. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. I'm surprised it took them this long to come to that conclusion. It does not work. But now with the onshoring of companies, again, thanks to Donald Trump's America, literally it's thanks to that, it's easier for people like us to build without having DAOs. Back then, you had to, you know why? Dow, token,
Mhm.
Cayman. Like it's just. Let's be honest. This is why.
It was how to play the game. Now
It's
you can play differently.
And by the way, dude, it's not because they're stupid. It's because they were trying to be smart, because they were trying to protect their holders and their project. Because back then, actually, they did get a Wells notice from the SEC, Yuga Labs,
Mhm.
which was removed. Right? They beat the case alongside all the other ones. So good news to see on that front. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. I guess that's it. Do I have enough battery for it? So Sims, I have 4%. Let's do it tomorrow. I don't want to stress it. Also, we don't have a code today because Sims is still not back. He's back in 7 minutes. So Sims is back starting tomorrow, and we have Joe on. So we'll just pick 2 winners tomorrow. We'll just pick 2 winners tomorrow, 2 winners for Farokh on Friday. We'll just push
Sure.
it because, guys, my computer's about to die. They only have 1 plug in this office, dude. So I had to. My microphone and my roadcaster were more important. I'll make sure my computer's charged for tomorrow if I don't have a fucking thing. Now I know 24% is what I got for a show. There you go. 24% for the hour is really good. Sorry, y'all. We'll do it tomorrow. All right. Well, with that, Tyler, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rekt Radio. Let's go.